Most people that had Call of Duty World War II on launch spent the first 3 hours on Thursday night/Friday morning staring at an error screen like this when attempting to connect to the game servers. Since I had to work the next day early in the morning, I tried for only about an hour or so until I gave up and went to bed thinking this was just an issue for the immediate launch, and boy was I fucking wrong about that. When I came home after work the next day, I got a similar error message, but this time with some different numbers. I checked the Call of Duty website to see if there were server problems, but it was lying like a member of the Trump campaign under an investigation. Fine, third time will be a charm when I get back from going out to eat, right? Wrong! Same error message, and now I've wasted almost 2 hours trying to connect to the online servers 3 different time periods. What's even more bullshit is that these things weren't issues for the people that got early copies of the game by either being friends, aka COD cocksuckers of Activision, who were sent copies for free, or by doing things that you'd expect to see in the plotline of a porno movie. Way to go, guys! Fuck over your actual consumers while giving your insiders several days of early access so they won't have to deal with this inevitable shitstorm. This only goes to show you Activision's priorities here regarding making good with the people that they will be able to control so that they can in turn control the message regarding the game in order to make a shitload of money. But more on that later. I considered getting a refund at this point, so I looked in the FAQ on the Xbox website and it says I can't get a refund on a digital game, which conflicted with some people on Twitter telling me that I could because it was like Steam's refund policy, whereby you can get a refund if you have less than a certain amount of time played into the game. However, technically I had already spent more than 2 hours on the game, but I was unable to connect to the online servers the entire time, so I hadn't even played the multiplayer at all, yet I could have played 1/3 of the game, the campaign, without any issues. So even if I could get a refund for the game, which I could probably argue with an Xbox customer support person, given the circumstances, I just don't want to bother with something that probably would have been fixed given enough time, although I wasn't a huge fan of the console demo. Hopefully the changes that they made to the game from my time playing the PC version would make it more enjoyable, right? Wrong again! Almost none of the changes, even from the PS4 only beta to the Xbox beta, seem to have made it into the final product. The post-game lobby loading times, or lack thereof, sometimes people even had the dashboard just to edit their fucking classes. The ADS sprint out time has supposedly been rolled back, which I can't confirm because I never played the first beta, demo, and the points per kill and domination has been reverted from 100 to 50. They also tweaked the TDM score limit back down to 75 from 100, which they announced via a Reddit post for the second console demo weekend, yet in the PC demo weekend, it was back at 100 again. So I'm not sure if this was an intentional change or if they just didn't push any of their fixes from the demo to the actual fucking game. And that's why I call betas by their real description demos, because shit doesn't really change due to the fact that the game had already gone gold by the time the PC players got their hands on it for the first time. Not to mention they've already announced the first DLC pack for the game coming out in the end of January before the game even fucking launched, and data miners found references to maps that aren't in the paltry set of 9 vanilla maps compared to every other Call of Duty game having at least 13 on launch, meaning they've been working on this shit even before the game has gone out. This seems to be a trend in the industry nowadays, leading to some funny memes like this hamburger one I'm showing on the screen. I know Activision, spelt with a $, is only concerned about the money, given the aforementioned DLC bullshit, along with forcing people to watch other people open RNG boxes to get more beepity bops for the character in-game via challenges, which is just a slimy way of enticing gambling, although there aren't any way to spend COD points in the game at the moment, but the cat has already been let out of the bag that they'll start doing so on November 14th. The servers being down more than an emo-depressed kid shouldn't be happening for a gaming franchise that makes their publishers hundreds of millions of dollars every single year, especially considering all the shenanery going on with having loot boxes dropping onto the fucking beaches of Normandy for all to see when you open them. The HQ social aspect of the game is nothing more than a showcase of shit in order to have ego depletion and the haves versus have-nots ripped right from Gaming Psychology 101. Basically, if you see some shit you like repeatedly, you'll eventually break down and attempt to purchase it to either feel inclusive in the haves group or more because there's only a finite resource of mental capacity into resisting because everybody's got a breaking point. Not to mention, isn't testing the capacity of the server something that a beta is supposed to be fucking used for? Why the fuck do we even bother wasting our time being free employees for Call of Duty's QA testing if our feedback isn't actually applied to the finished goddamn product? I can't recommend this game at this time with all things considered. It's unfortunate I'm not able to refund my purchase, but hopefully I can stop somebody else from making a bad purchase that they'll probably regret like I do at the moment. Have you guys experienced this thus far in the game? Let me know. I've been the Schwantz27, out like Deshaun Watson. Until next time.